Hey everyone, Suzi here, and today we're playing King Arthur Legends Rise. For today's video, we're gonna do a bit of a shop guide. What should you buy? And just a quick note, guys, this is actually related to our content creator program tasks. If you're noticing a bunch of content creators posting videos about shop guides, this is why. You can see here, this is a public forum post. I'm not even logged in. It says, make a purchase guide on the best items that will help power up heroes efficiently. Review the packages that are currently available in the shop. Make a video sharing the ones you'd recommend and why. So this is the kind of thing that allows us to get these codes for you guys. So those supporter codes, if you're already, if you're not supporting a creator, make sure you do. It allows us to directly send out codes to you through their system, which I have shown in my other videos. Like, you can check out my last video for 1,000 summons or 1,000 codes that shows more. That is kind of the way this works. Is they give us tasks, and then we make videos on the tasks, and after they review our video, approve that it fit the theme, we get all the codes to send out to you. So first I had a batch of 200, then I had 1,000, so I still have 800 codes to give out, by the way, guys. Up to 800 more supporters I can give out a free code to from the last batch. So stay alert. I will always make videos for the missions, and I'll be clear, like, this is mission 2. This is the second set of rewards that every supporter will get immediately sent to you, and I will show how to redeem that. And yeah, that's just how this works. But you can only redeem codes once per mission, not per creator, actually. So if you try to creator hop to get more codes, you won't be able to claim them. So just pick your favorite creator, support somebody, and you'll know you'll get some codes as long as you're supporting someone active who's paying attention and actually completing the missions. If you're supporting someone who becomes inactive with the game, I would suggest moving to someone else that actually is posting and doing the content, because you're not going to get free stuff otherwise. But yeah, all right, let's roll this. All right, so let's start with literally that, buying cash dollars. Although there are some diamond purchases that come along the way. So instead of worrying about the cash versus the in-game currency or the premium currencies, I'm just going to go through each shop and talk about them. So everything's going to be included. There will be chapters, so you can skip to the shop that you're curious about. So first up, featured shop here. This, you don't purchase directly through here, it just redirects you. So like, there's a rate up summon, it takes you to the rate up summon. It's not even a shop. I don't know why they have that. The daily packs will take you to packages, and you see what I mean. It's not necessarily like you purchase here. They're just trying to call out some of the things that they want you to spend on. So ignore the featured part, honestly. I haven't really seen this change much, except for changing out the suggestion to go summon, which is not even a shop again. All right, so special offers here. There are some interesting things. So I know this is going to be a bit hard because my things are showing in lei. So what I'm going to do is put up the conversion for US dollars above my head. I can't unfortunately change that. So of course the rates are always changing, but pretty much like 100 US dollars is 472 at the moment, 73 lei. So that's 100 US dollars for a pack. So when you see the big numbers, it's really not as much as it looks. So on that contrary, of course, $10 is like 47, 48 lei. So there you go. But numbers will be up there just for reference. So overall, I think when it comes to summons, I try not to spend anything where it's like less than $1 or more than $1 per summon. So something like this, you want to look at, I'm going to be looking at my screen randomly just to convert, because I'm still really bad with the conversions. So this is $5. I can't believe I haven't bought this yet. But as a new player, this is a great purchase because it comes with 10 summons, a bit of diamonds, and 10 pieces of gear. Now we're going to talk about gear a little bit later in the pop-up offers, but Gear is pretty hard to come by getting good stuff, and it's not really worth farming the actual dungeons themselves, so I happen to quite like the gear-related packages, maybe more than the average person. So I think this is okay. It's like $5, and you get like double the summons, and you know it's not bad at all. What is that? Like, yeah, just over $5, so a solid value. Now, I wouldn't go out of my way to worry about rare relics except for the relic shop and from things you get organically. Like Cormac Frost is very good. Ban with Storm is very good, but Arthur is not going to be the meta, nor is his Frost relic. Ignore that. These packages just to get a relic is pretty cool, honestly. Morgan's Storm relic, just straight up getting it instead of having to RNG to get it. I could see big spenders buying that, but the average person probably is not. I mean, it's not like it's that much. Like I said, 150 lei is only $30. So in hindsight, like, would you spend $30 to buy a bunch of relic summons with the hopes of getting Morgan's relic? Maybe you would. So if $30 doesn't sound like too much to get a relic of your choice, it might be one to purchase. And hey, maybe it's one I purchase sometime soon as well. The more I think about that, the more that sounds pretty great. All right, so Kay is awesome. If you're maxing her out, I mean, you can just use her Storm relic. I wouldn't bother buying her Frost relic because you can definitely focus Bedivere with his Frost relic that he comes from when you eventually pull him, and he's going to do the job much better. Now, these diamond packs, see, they like to sprinkle in these diamond packs along with the paid ones. So personally, they feel a bit bad, but at the end of the day, you have to think about how much currency would it take you, as far as these go, to farm the same things. So if it's more expensive, don't do it. If it feels easier, do it. That's the simple answer at the end of the day. But really, I mean, just feels bad. These diamond ones are a trap. I would say no. Now, I purchased one of them here, you could see, with 2,000, because I was trying to finish off the event where you spend diamonds. But I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. It just definitely would not have. Now, same here. We have another one here with $10 for 10 summons plus a couple extra. And those include raid summons. This is okay, but not amazing value. 100 lei is $20-ish. So this is $20 to get a bunch of heroes. I mean, if you don't have Anguish and Rosier early on, that could feel okay, but at the end of the day, you're gonna pull the rares eventually. And unless you're throwing around money super rapidly and you just happen to not pull that Anguish that you really want, then I would purchase it. Okay, so here, same thing. 400 for 60, 60, 60 is only gonna feel good for the very, very beginning, like your first week at most. But that's, again, only if you are a spender and you're getting extra diamonds, I would say. Hero power-up relay. These are interesting because they seem like it makes it easier, but then they just get so expensive. 250 lei for... No. Equipment relay. You don't know what the stats are going to be, so buying it with cash dollars feels bad to me unless it's a bonus to something. So I don't like this personally. Hero Awakening Relay, I mean, that's a lot of resources to get started, but the packs get to be like $100 for getting a couple heroes not even fully awakened. So this is just a no for me. The only thing that's cool is it does add the bonus of the Legendary Heroes ticket at the bottom for an extra 1,000 diamonds. So a guaranteed hero for 1,000 diamonds is a good value, but I wouldn't spend that much to get there. So same thing here. Again, just pretty weak values overall. You're going to be able to farm them. You'd rather spend your resources on stamina and even summons instead of this, because this ends up being an abundance of... You can see I have 363 of these, and I don't even farm the highest stages for this, and it's just not worth it. Relic Awakening also has this bonus legendary at the bottom, which sounds tempting, but again, brings you well up past $100 for a package, and it just is not worth it. All right, on to the general packages. Now, there's a lot of things to go over here. So limited packages, this is the daily. So this you can pop and get up to, I think, is it 13? Stamina charges is the max or something like that. And you can buy them, it's like 50 first, and then it's 100, and then it's like 150, and then it's even more. It gets really expensive. Personally, I would say it feels safe to buy a couple with 50 diamonds every day and do your farming. And if you're feeling like you have a little bit of extra diamonds, maybe do the 100 diamond cost ones as well, but don't go beyond. And definitely don't buy gold with diamonds. Unless you're super desperate and try to just do something really quick, and then I can't judge you because I've done it too. Kidding, not kidding. Okay. Now that was the daily packages. This is the weekly packages. Again, this is like $10. It's like 2 on the money. I feel like $1 per summon is okay, but I look for less than $1 per summon ideally, I would say, is like where you want to be. Now, again, there's really not much here that's worth the money. It's cool to have a ton of resources, but you can just farm that pretty cheaply with some stamina. And honestly, as a low spender or mid-tier spender, I have a ton of extra stamina that I've got from purchasing other packs that are more valuable, like the battle pass, right? And stuff like that. So I don't think that's something to consider. I would probably ignore these. Now, there is this free weekly pack that is, again, free. So, of course, you're going to grab that. Monthly. Now, this gets interesting. So, 100, what is 100 lay again? It is $21 for 30 summons. That's a good deal if you're going to spend on summons. I think you're pretty safe to go for that one. Now, if you're going to spend on summons, if you're that person that tries to buy every good value summon pack, you're going to buy that. The rest of this feels bad. It's just, no. I mean, it sounds exciting to get these a lot easier because they're hard to farm for, but $100 for 15 skill ups, what, you gotta level up one relic a couple times? Terrible value. Terrible value. Now, this is the important one, which I can't really show well. Sorry that it's kind of blocked out over here. But this is 400 diamonds. You can see where you get to purchase a coin of reincarnation and some gold. And you can do 4 of these a month. So you can buy 4 reset tokens. And this is really great if you want to test somebody or just use them for something temporarily, like those stupid stages in the adventure where you have to use a random ass rare or uncommon that you don't want to. This is a chance to be able to reset them and get your resources mostly back. However, you don't get chivalry back, and you don't get, I think it says, relics will not be reset as well, and you don't get the same amount of gold back either. That's something to consider, but it is smart to buy these if you want to have some on hand in case you want to mess around, or if you just want to control your skill ups. Once you get them, you reset the hero, skill up their first passive, and then add the levels afterward. You can use a reset token to do that, but we'll talk about that in a future video and better explanation. All right, daily perks. These are your just typical daily passes, like monthly passes, like a lot of games have, except they're not even daily, right? They're 14-day packs, so be careful. This one's a trap. You might click this and be like, oh, that's for a whole month. That's so cool. But really, it's not. It's for 14 days. The only good part is the crystal equivalent, like 300 and, what is this, 35 lei, is only $7 for more than 2 10 pulls. So 20 summons equivalent for $7 is great value. So if you look at it that way, it's cool. Same thing here, $7 for 1400 stamina. It's pretty decent. So that one I could see people purchasing. But again, remember, this is $7 for only 14 days, not a whole month. So I think these are a little bit of a trap. So I definitely wanted to warn. Now, these are my no-brainers. Oh my god. Normal clear package and hell clear package I purchased already. As you can see, they are so good. So you get a ton of diamonds and then stamina as you clear campaign. And then at the end, you get a random legendary hero ticket. Awesome. And then once you clear your hard campaign, I would say purchase this bad boy. Or at least once you're like halfway through it, you know, like start to feel the value if you want to If there's a rate up summon you want, you can go ahead and grab that too. This is just so good because you get, what is it, like 10, 20, 30, 40 rate up summons. Plus, oh, I can't even see the price. I'm so sorry. I think this was like $31. I think it was $31. But yeah, you get like 40 rate up summons, plus all that, a ton of gold, which we need gold, and a ton of stamina. And you get a legendary relic selector ticket. So this is the package that I was referring to when I made my video on which relic should you pick. Now, again, if you're willing to spend $30 for this package, I think you should also be willing to spend $30 and just get yourself Morgan's Storm Relic. Just buy it. If you're willing to do that to guarantee some resources, I think that's not very far off either. So I would say don't buy the Storm Relic. Buy that there, which I've been debating and I might end up doing. Buy Morgan's Frost Relic. Or if you have Gillian and you don't want to play the waiting game and sacrifice game of the Shard Shop, you can get Gillian's Frost Relic, which is probably the most impactful it sounds in the game. Or another strong pick is Merlin's Flame Relic, which I also talk about in that video. But yeah, go ahead and watch that video if you're debating what to buy from this thing. But Hell's Clear Package, I'm also likely going to purchase, but it's a bit more expensive. So this is $249, $250, so this is like $53. I can't decide if I'm going to buy this or not because it's a lot, but it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 summons. So if you look at it just from the summon value, it's about $1 per summon, but then with 2 guaranteed legendary heroes along the way and a whole level up, a whole chivalry for another one. So this is 3 legendaries plus 40 summons or 50 summons plus diamonds, which you can get another one. So this is guaranteeing you 4 legendary heroes for only $50. It's actually not that bad at all when you say that out loud and you know how much people spend on these events. And look at all that gold. That's like 10 million gold. Yes, please. And all the stamina as well. So this is great value. If you're willing to spend $50 and you do start clearing hell difficulty, which I haven't even done yet, I would say wait until you're closer to finishing this one, but man, that's gonna feel fun. And instead of buying a couple packs that are $10 or $20, just buy the one that's $50. If your budget's short for the month, choose to buy that. And you'll be very happy because that's a ton of heroes. Alright, the Estate Power-Up Package is another one that is solid value. Again, for 99 lei, which is $21 or so. This is, or $100, yeah, $21. You get a ton of stuff too, but this is slow. So you get a lot of diamonds. If you're doing something where you need the diamonds now, you can go ahead, but like, I've been playing for 45 days. We're a long ways off of reaching castle to level 20. That's a slow grind. I need to do my damn adventure modes. Then maybe I'll get there. But in the meantime, I'm not going to buy this until I am at the end. But I love every one of these estate packages, or clear packages. These two are top tier. Honestly, Hell one is top tier as well. Amazing must-buys if you're a spender. Alright, Combat Power-Up Package. So this is pretty cool. I've already done all of this. And yet again, this is $20. So $20 for a ton of look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 almost. Like, so over 10,000 diamonds for $20 plus all the gold, and stamina is actually decent. You know, that's a lot of summons as well. And it's certainly better than $1 per summon. So if you're someone who likes to buy diamonds, especially if you want to use them for summoning, the value is strong compared to other packs. So that's okay too. Arena tier package is just very similar, same idea. Once you reach gold 1 for the first time, which I haven't done, don't judge me, you get 10 of these guys plus a ton of summons, or a ton of crystals as well. And then you get the big version also of stamina and the tokens, the honor tokens for the shop. That's crazy. For, again, only $20. So I feel like they, even though this game feels very pay to win, having some very large spending packs, they actually do a good job of giving us that like $50 and under mid-tier low spender value stuff. They actually do a really good job giving us those options. So I can't hate there. I have to appreciate that. Now, these are just a whale territory for just buying crystals straight up. You're not really going to do that. You're going to buy them. They're going to come with other stuff you buy, right? Yep. All right, now on to pop-up offers. So obviously I can't show you every pop-up offer because this is account dependent and it's as you get stuff. However, I made a video a while back during early access about 2 diamond packs. There was a diamond pack where we actually got a crazy amount of resources for the gear dungeons, you know, like a ton of gear that says like 4 to 6 star gear, I think it was. It's like 40 pieces of 4 to 6 star gear. I only have like 4 pieces of 6 star gear on my account at day 45. One of my biggest regrets is not spending 7,000 diamonds and buying that package. Now, a lot of people say those packages are trash. No, they're not. Not like having that gear could have been amazing. And even if every single piece is crap, my characters are still full of so much crap right now that like I can't imagine it being much worse. You know, like I can't imagine that I would have threw away every single piece. And I would have loved 4 to 6 star gear within the first, I think that popped up within the first week of the account. That would have been huge for progression. And the other resources that come with it allow you to forge, create, craft a ton of equipment yourself. So in hindsight, that's one of my biggest account regrets is not buying that 7,000 diamond package. And I have no shame admitting that. The only people that are going to disagree are the people that are obsessive, amazing grinders that are super efficient and that are like doing 6 star gear farming within their first week of gameplay, which is not relatable. Or the people that spend a ton and they have all their characters at C6 because they bought or C6, C8, C whatever, and they bought all the level up stuff there too that most people are not going to afford to buy. Those are the people that are going to say, no, it's bad value. But if you're an average person and especially if you're a low spender and you buy some of these packs that give you a ton of diamonds, totally worth it. And as a free-to-play person, how much longer is it still going to take you to get to where you're farming 6 star gear? I think even my husband, Odd One Gaming, does not have more than a couple pieces of 6 star gear on his account. He's been 100% free-to-play, played for 45 days as well, and he's very good. He's better at me than grinding, that's for sure. Giggity. But he wishes he bought that pack too. Last I knew, when we talked about it. I think so still. But yeah, either way, he doesn't have a ton of 6 star gear, and it would have been nice to even have a chance to have a few more pieces. Yeah, I really wish I bought that, so that's why I wanted to take a minute to talk about it. All right, now let's go on to the special shop. So this has the celebration shop, which was temporary, so I'm going to ignore that. Here we have the Forbidden Dungeon shop. Now, personally, every month, buy your Flame Relic summon tickets come here. Buy those first. Pedestals are very hard to come by. You're very limited on how many you can get. Buy those first. Then worry about getting your memory stones that you can from the month. That would probably be my third option. Then after that, it's really just whatever you feel you need for your account. If there's still a bunch of rares that have memories, I mean, to be fair, I don't think you're going to max out all of this anyway. Most people aren't every month, at least not yet. So I would max out your memory stones. And then if you happen to have left over, you could just save for the start of next month to instantly buy all the flame relics once they pop. Or if you still feel like you're in an abundance, buy the rare ones and get your best characters to C8. Or buy the harder to acquire stuff like, oh, I don't know, legendary statues in a faction that you have a hard time farming the favored dungeon for, right? That would make sense. All right, now let's come into the clan area and talk about the clan shop. So the basic shop of the clan shop here is same thing. Storm Relic summon tickets, buy your relic summons. Those can be game-changing and amazing. Although personally, I bought Tristan's Flame Relic as well. That was my first priority, was Tristan's Flame Relic. And I have to say, I don't want to say I regret it because I do use Tristan a lot, but I still use Tristan's Storm Relic way more. So I guess, yeah, in hindsight, Storm Relic, Summon Ticket, buy those. And then getting Tristan's Flame Relic, I don't think is a mistake. However, if you have got Sergius or Florentinius from the Arena shop, I know Sergius's Flame Relic sounds really good. I feel like that's the one that stuck out to me, but I have to reread them all. But yeah, I mean, the obvious is to get your relic tickets and then get the relics for the characters you're using. So get one of each of these eventually, of all of the characters, because this is the only place you can get the relics for Sergius and Florentinius, so this is the place to go. Other than that, if you don't care for whatever reason at all about those heroes and their relics, pedestals are the priority. And if you happen to have leftover gold because you've already bought all the relics, lumber or iron if you're short. Lumber, I find myself short on upgrading my castle constantly, so I would probably purchase the lumber next before you start buying all the other random stuff, because it get kind of capped and gated based on running out of lumber. Heading on into the Colosseum, the arena, there is the Arena Colosseum shop. So this is another permanent exchange, and well, again, my first answer is get those relic tickets. You can get some game-changing relics that way, and you want to get those every month, buy all 10. I've been slacking. I should have way more than I do right now. I should have easily enough to buy 2 heroes, but this is the only place that you can get Florentinius or Sergius as heroes at the moment, so this is how you buy them. Which one should you buy? Now that's up to you. There's different uses for each hero, and I'm probably going to have a video out soon on that. Me and Odd One Gaming, we're going to do a collab talking about one of the characters on each of our accounts, and then analyzing which one we're going to pick first. So maybe we'll still do that, but if not, it's I guess I will try to make a video talking about my decision of who I picked first soon. And then after you have purchased those, I mean, to be fair, those are weekly, so there's no after. If you don't really care about these guys, you're not really needing them for any of their other non-arena uses, then Tristan is totally fine to go hard on and try to get that, like, at least up to C8 where everyone has their better skills. He's really good, and I think he's super underrated. Me and Odd One both use Tristan in all of our highest level content. I still use the relic he comes with the most, and I think he's certainly underrated and underappreciated. And there's a lot of times where I use Tristan and Morgan without Bedivere, or I use Tristan, Morgan, Bedivere, and a healer. You know, that's kind of the goal. Or Tristan, Morgan, Bedivere, and Merlin instead of a healer. Like, you know, I still find myself using him in so many cases that I think he is a bit underrated. But all right, one more final thing to talk about, and that is something that's not necessarily in the shop, but it's right here. The Knight's Pass. So the Knight's Pass has 3 levels: the Commander Pass, which is 200 diamonds to purchase, the Champion Pass, which is $20 to purchase, I think it was. And I definitely say this is the first purchase overall. Buy the Battle Pass. It's great. As you go along, these rewards are huge. A ton of stamina, a ton of summons, relic summons, yeah, gold level materials for forging equipment and keepsakes. Like, there's actually really good resources here. So totally worth the money. And I would say the Commander Pass is a hard one for me to when to buy this, because I think you should buy it as soon as possible, unless you know that it's about to end and you're not going to be able to finish it off. But if you start near the start of the month when this is starting fresh, like there's 11 days left to go or 12 days left to go now, so I don't know that you could finish it off for sure, so you might want to wait. But if you start at a time when it's early, you'll be fine. And honestly, there's 11 days to go. I'm already at level 25. It's only 30 levels, then after that you get bonus stamina for the spent options, whether that be with diamonds or with spending. I think it's pretty easy to obtain, honestly, for sure. So unless you're more than halfway through the month, I think you're pretty safe to buy it. However, the only caveat would be of not buying the 200 diamond one is if there is an event happening or trying to save until an event happens. So like gold collecting event, arena challenge event, these types of events, there was a crystal spending event. So I had wished I had that 2,000 to pop and collect and get the rewards from spending my diamonds then. That might be the thought of holding off on buying that each month if we can figure out the rotation of how often that comes back. But as of now, we don't really know. So that kind of covers the main, I guess, shops. But technically, this is a shop. So maybe we actually finish up with this, the shard shop. You can access this in the arena or the summoning area. And the TLDR is you exchange your duplicates of things, of relics or of heroes, heroes relics. You exchange the duplicates and you get resources back to where you can purchase the ones you need. And the best one that comes from the relics that you can get is probably Gillian's Frost relic. That's here sometimes, but they're very expensive, so you have to sacrifice a lot. At the moment, there is no reason to keep legendary relics duplicates, so you can go ahead and sell those. And as far as the heroes go, once you get your heroes to C10, you might as well start selling those as well. And then you can start saving up for the shop here and get heroes of your choice. Buying a memory stone does get you the heroes, so it's another cool aspect to kind of be a duplicate system. I like it. Alright guys, but that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. It was a long one, but I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.